November 2019. So let's talk about black-eyed kids and vampires. I've never had any personal experiences that I know of with either of them, but they are often talked about and a topic of interest. So I've heard a lot of stories about black-eyed kids. I don't know anyone personally that has told me stories about black-eyed kids. We could call them Beck for short. Vampires are kind of a real thing. I think all that mythos about them is symbolic. Like, their allergy to sunlight, I think that represents being exposed in broad daylight will destroy them. Turning into bats, I think that that's a metaphor for discreet traveling at night without being seen. The drinking of blood, well, life is in the blood. Blood is very significant, very important in the Bible. You should know that the medical establishment, they have the caduceus, two snakes going up a staff. You might have noticed that that is the phallic symbol on Baphomet's crotch, and these people are Baphomet worshippers, and you shouldn't trust anyone that just lies to you nonstop, and you shouldn't trust anyone that tries to force needles on you or say that needles are good. No good comes of needles. Not only that, but they also say trans words all the time, like transportation, transform, transfusion, etc. And they're obsessed with goats because goats commonly have intersex conditions. A lot of animals do, but goats especially. Anyway, black-eyed kids. Notice how it's not black-eyed lambs or black-eyed children, and they are described as basically kind of a more subtle, small-town version of a gray alien encounter. You know, the typical gray alien stories where they have this aura of uneasiness around them. They're otherworldly. When people encounter them, they feel odd, like they're in some bizarro dimension, and there's this humanoid creature in front of them asking to be let in. They got these pure black void eyes. There is no light in their eyes. And the stories of the black-eyed kids, they all kind of follow the same structure. A person would be at home or in their car, and then these children would come up to them, and the person would feel something isn't right, and they get this really uneasy atmosphere around them. And the black-eyed kids come up and they talk like adults. They're very certain and deliberate with the things they say. And they go, "Hey, mister, can I get into your car? I just need a quick ride. Hey, mister, can you drive me over here?" Or if they want to enter your house, they go, "Hey, can I use your phone? Can I use your bathroom?" And the person usually gets a strong feeling that they should say no. Then the black-eyed kids get really angry and start demanding to be let in. And now I've heard that vampire stories can be similar in that area, where the vampire wants something from you and he won't take no for an answer. And they always have to be given permission to enter, and once you give them permission to enter, they won't leave. I don't know many stories where a black-eyed kid or a vampire would be granted permission. Usually the stories go, the person won't let them enter, and eventually the strange entity gets angry and leaves, but it can take an hour for them to just go away. And there's another expression, the devil always knocks. You always need to give Satan or its followers permission to do something, and calling on the name of Christ usually makes them go away. You'll notice that the Baphomet freaks are always using Christ's name in vain. Just something to think about.